Something pretty serious is happening on YouTube right now. In case you're not in the loop, Sonic fan animators have been getting hit by Coppa. And if you don't know what that is, Coppa is something that was enforced by the FTC after they caught YouTube targeting kids for things like advertisements and all this stuff, when it's actually illegal to do so. TV stations can't even do that. So after getting caught with their pants down, YouTube complied, quote unquote, as in throw it on the creators and the creators suffer for it. The system that they've put in has been so hit or miss that things you would never consider targeting kids are being considered for targeting kids. Things with like blood and gore and all this stuff are being targeted because they're animated. And if you're not a big company, then that affects you too, because you can't defend yourself. So I'd argue that the most affected Sonic creator is Balena Productions. Their stuff has been targeted by YouTube for so long now because of their family-friendly animations. And by the way, YouTube, when someone says that it's family friendly, but it's not necessarily targeting kids. It could just be friendly for families to watch. It doesn't necessarily correlate to it being for kids. And even setting it back to not for kids, YouTube can override the creator and actually set it themselves to where you can't even set it back to not for kids. A pretty broken system. It's fantastic. So YouTube is going on a rampage just because Sonic is a family-friendly brand. So that means that anything with Sonic in it is going to be targeted. So not only is Balena Productions getting steamrolled by YouTube right now, it's other Sonic content creators, mostly the ones with animations, but also people like Velcomia, SonicCentral, BlueVivacity, people who don't really have commentary in it to make it more mature, quote unquote, to YouTube standards. They get targeted unfairly. So how does this affect the creator, you may ask? So once YouTube marks a video as for kids, people can no longer comment on it, put it in playlists. It hurts subscriptions. You can no longer use the mini player with said video, and it just hurts the video's performance. As highlighted by Chakra-X, once a video is marked for kids, since all this stuff gets disabled basically, it limits the scope to where it can be discovered. So basically everything tanks. You lose a bunch of views that you would have gotten on the video just for it being marked as kids, since it's no longer targeting the vast majority of YouTube. It's only targeting kids. Basically, it gets placed in a box with other kids' videos and it just stays there. You can't see it. You can't really discover it naturally, and you just lose a bunch of views. So essentially, these guys are getting screwed for making Sonic content because YouTube sees this as only for kids, thus hurting them in the process. Not only is this really bad for their mental health because they put so much effort into the video only for it to be basically suppressed by YouTube, but they just lost all that work. Nobody's gonna be seeing all that work that they put in. As for an example, look, even Chakra-X in the same tweet said that Nazo Unleashed, if you guys remember, that is a very old YouTube animation. It's one of the classics. It got a 90% drop in views from where it was normally. That is not normal. That only happens when it's marked for kids. It gets suppressed, and there's the proof itself. This is from YouTube's own analytics. Creators can see this themselves in their own analytics. So even YouTube's tools are exposing that the videos are suppressed. So not only does it hurt the creators that way, they can't make any profit from that. If they get no views, that means no money, nobody's paying attention, and they can't really rely on YouTube as a main source of income. YouTube can go preach all they want about empowering creators and wanting creators to make a full-time job out of this, but when you do stuff like this, you aren't really enforcing that idea upon like all of YouTube. It's only like specific situations that you want to apply it to, YouTube. It doesn't really make sense. And now we're just seeing a bunch of creators just leaving the platform or just stopping full production on stuff that they were working on because it's not worth it. They put all this effort into making an animation only for it to be suppressed and not being seen by anyone. What kind of sense does that make? It hurts because they put so much time into this YouTube thing, like years upon years of working towards a goal only for YouTube to screw up, get Coppa enforced on them, push it onto the creators, and then screw the creators themselves, the people who are responsible for bringing up YouTube in the first place. If that's not the most backwards shit I've ever seen, I don't know what is. Now, there is hope because Balena Productions did tweet out that Team YouTube has unflagged Sonic and Scared Stupid 3 as made for kids and restored Sonic Zombies monetization. So not only did they demonetize a video and put limited ads on it, they also marked another one as for kids, but luckily it's been reversed. But this is a big problem that's been going on because he's not the only one that's been targeted. As I mentioned before, BlueVivacity, SonicCentral, Sonic Paradox, if you guys remember, those animations are not exactly for kids. So, and it worries me because it could also jump to other creators as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will just stay with animators. So not only is the animation community being screwed, it could also mean further ramifications on the whole community itself. Just because we make content on Sonic, things need to change because these people put I keep saying it, but it's true. So many people put so much effort on the line. They put their mental health on the line to make content that they love and they want to share with the world, only for YouTube to suppress it because their algorithms are trash and they can't fix it. We have to basically outcry on YouTube and have articles made on us or made on the animation community. We basically have to create a large backlash in order for things to get better. And that happens for everything that's YouTube related. Basically, you have to go on Twitter or talk to articles in order for it to reach a bunch of people in order to get something changed about it. When YouTube themselves says, oh, we just want to have more communication with creators, we want to open up and be honest. Well, hello? This is the one time you could have actually redeemed yourself, like actually communicate with these guys. But no, they don't matter to you because we're a small section of YouTube and we're not that important. Of course not. It is really sad that we're losing a bunch of creators in the process. These are people that are legendary in the community, and I honestly am going to miss them because they were a part of my childhood. So like seeing their creations on YouTube really inspired me to do stuff like to go after and explain why I love Sonic so much and why I love video games so much. And losing a part of the people who inspired you really hurts because you want to see them succeed and they just can't because they keep getting screwed over and over. It's so unfair. Unless YouTube fixes their system, I guess this is the new norm. They just can't rely on YouTube and they have to find other stuff. Precisely why Balena Productions is retiring from animating, because it's just not worth it. Animation is just being screwed on YouTube. If you aren't a big animator like Jaden or something like that, you're screwed. My deepest condolences to every animator on YouTube that's not really big or that covers Sonic. I see you, man. I know I know it hurts. I know it hurts. I just hope you have a better future and you can actually come out of this with a big W because you deserve. I know you guys put so much effort into your videos, and I hope you sincerely have a bright future ahead of you, even if it's not on YouTube. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope YouTube gets better, but I'm not holding on any hope. See you later.